Tom Cruise has become synonymous with thrilling, death-defying stunts, particularly through his portrayal of Ethan Hunt in the Mission: Impossible franchise. Over the years, Cruise has performed numerous jaw-dropping feats that have left audiences in awe, from hanging onto the side of a cargo plane in mid-flight to leaping from rooftop to rooftop in the heart of some of the world's tallest cities. However, one stunt in particular stands out as the most iconic of them all: the Burj Khalifa climb in Mission: Impossible Ghost Protocol. The Burj Khalifa is not just a significant landmark in the United Arab Emirates, it's also the tallest building in the world, towering over the city of Dubai at a staggering 828 meters, 2,717 feet. It was against this backdrop that Cruise's character Ethan Hunt had to scale the exterior of the building in one of the most visually intense and heart-stopping action scenes in cinematic history. The scene in which Cruise performs a perilous climb on the glass facade of the Burj Khalifa has become a defining moment in his career and is often cited as one of the greatest stunts in movie history. A stunt years in the making. What makes the Burj Khalifa scene even more remarkable is the fact that it wasn't just a spur-of-the-moment decision or an afterthought in the film's planning. In fact, it was a stunt that Tom Cruise had been thinking about for nearly 15 years. As the actor himself revealed in interviews, the idea of climbing the Burj Khalifa had been on his mind long before it ever made its way into the script of Ghost Protocol. His passion for performing his own stunts has been well documented, and this particular challenge was no different. He had been waiting for the right moment and the perfect opportunity to make it happen. The complexity of the stunt was not lost on anyone involved. There were many hurdles to overcome, both from a logistical and safety standpoint. The climb itself was not only a physical challenge but also a mental one, requiring Cruise to push himself beyond his limits. Despite the overwhelming risks involved, the actor remained determined to make the scene as authentic as possible. He was willing to go to extraordinary lengths to ensure that audiences would get the full experience of seeing him scale the world's tallest building. This was no green screen or clever camera angle, it was truly Tom Cruise hanging off the side of the Burj Khalifa for real. A reluctant safety guy. Of course, when it comes to performing such an intense stunt, safety is always a top priority. Cruise is known for his meticulous attention to detail and his commitment to ensuring that the risks associated with his stunts are minimized as much as possible. For this particular scene, however, even with his extensive experience and preparation, his safety team was hesitant. According to actor Matt Damon, who recounted the story in interviews, Cruise's safety guy was strongly opposed to the idea of letting the actor perform the stunt. After all, scaling a building more than 800 meters high with nothing but a harness and a few ropes for support is not something that anyone would approach lightly. But what happened next is what sets Tom Cruise apart from many other actors in Hollywood. While most actors might have heeded their safety team's concerns and backed down from such a dangerous stunt, Cruise was not one to be easily swayed. As Damon humorously recalled, Cruise had a very simple solution to the problem. He fired the safety guy and replaced him with someone who was willing to let him perform the climb. Damon, who has worked with Cruise on multiple occasions and is well-versed in the actor's relentless approach to stunt work, observed that this mentality was one of the key differences between Cruise and other actors. Most actors, Damon pointed out, would likely back off if their safety team objected to a stunt, but not Cruise. He was determined to make the impossible a reality, and nothing was going to stop him from doing so. The result was one of the most unforgettable moments in the Mission: Impossible franchise, a moment that has since become legendary among action movie fans. Tom Cruise's fearless dedication. What sets Tom Cruise apart from many of his peers is not just his ability to pull off these high-risk stunts, but also his unwavering commitment to the authenticity of his performances. He is well known for doing the majority of his own stunts, pushing himself physically and mentally to achieve the highest level of realism possible. His dedication to his craft is apparent in every stunt he performs, but nowhere is it more evident than in the Burj Khalifa scene. Cruise's willingness to put his life on the line to entertain audiences speaks to his deep passion for filmmaking and his desire to push the boundaries of what is possible in action cinema. Over the years, he has developed a reputation for taking on extreme stunts that most actors would shy away from. Whether it's hanging off the side of a plane, jumping from skyscraper to skyscraper, or racing through the streets on motorcycles, Cruise has always been at the forefront of the action genre, setting a standard for what is achievable in the world of on-screen thrills. The Burj Khalifa climb is the epitome of this fearlessness. The scene itself is a masterclass in building tension and suspense, as Cruise clings to the building's glass exterior while high above the city below. Every movement is carefully executed, and the danger feels real, making it impossible for viewers not to feel their hearts race as Cruise inches his way up the towering structure. The impact on Mission: Impossible Ghost Protocol. Mission: Impossible Ghost Protocol, released in 2011, marked a pivotal moment in the Mission: Impossible franchise. Not only did it continue the high-stakes adventures of Ethan Hunt, but it also introduced a new level of intensity and spectacle to the series. The Burj Khalifa stunt became the film's centerpiece, a defining moment that captured the essence of the Mission: Impossible films: relentless action, high tension, and the impossible becoming possible. Directed by Brad Bird, Ghost Protocol took the franchise in a new direction while maintaining the core elements that had made the previous films so successful. Alongside Cruise, the film featured a star-studded cast, including Jeremy Renner, Simon Pegg, and Paula Patton. The chemistry between the cast members helped elevate the film's narrative, but it was Cruise's dedication to performing the most dangerous stunts that truly set it apart. The Burj Khalifa scene in particular became the talking point of the film. It was a feat of filmmaking that required not only skill but also a deep trust in Cruise's ability to execute the stunt flawlessly. The scene was shot with state-of-the-art equipment, using a combination of practical effects and CGI to create a breathtaking visual experience. The fact that Cruise was actually hanging from the side of the building, rather than relying on a stunt double or digital effects, only added to the awe and excitement that audiences felt as they watched. Cruise's legacy in action cinema. As Tom Cruise approaches his 62nd birthday, there is no sign of him slowing down when it comes to taking on these daring and dangerous stunts. The Burj Khalifa climb was just one of many that have solidified his status as one of the greatest action stars in cinematic history. His commitment to realism, his fearlessness in the face of danger, and his relentless pursuit of perfection have made him a legend in the world of action. While many actors might opt for the safety of a stunt double or the convenience of CGI, Cruise continues to challenge himself and push the limits of what is possible. His legacy in action cinema is defined not just by the films he has starred in, but by the incredible stunts he has brought to life. Whether it's leaping from a plane, scaling a skyscraper, or taking on a variety of other physically demanding challenges, Tom Cruise remains at the top of his game, proving that when it comes to action, there is no one quite like him. The Burj Khalifa climb in Mission: Impossible Ghost Protocol is a testament to Tom Cruise's determination, fearlessness, and dedication to his craft. It is a scene that will be remembered for years to come, not just for its incredible spectacle, but for the story behind it. A story that shows just how far Cruise is willing to go to make the impossible a reality. It is a story that epitomizes the very essence of the Mission: Impossible franchise, where no stunt is too dangerous, no challenge is too great, and no mission is impossible.